Alright, YouTube, I got a little update for you. It's a small one. I got a couple of things I wanted to show you guys. The door panels, taking them off, not real difficult. They got a bunch of little spots here that they got little pegs that hold them in there. The only thing about the pegs is you got to be kind of careful with them. They will snap and break. So like I've said in other videos that I've shown you guys, you want to check YouTube, the junkyard, I mean whatever you can find, you know, where you can find parts, so that you make sure that if something breaks, you know, you'll at least be able to replace it. So anyway, I'll show you here real quick. You got your door panel. And the reason I'm showing you this is because when you go to take these things apart to separate them, you know, if you want to reupholster, you know, this section, and you're doing a Galant like mine, you're going to find that you're going to have some problems, because taking it apart is really not an option. These things don't really come apart. They're melted together in all these little spots here. And so, you know, the option of taking them apart becomes kind of difficult. So I checked with some upholstery shops. They said that they don't come apart, which I didn't believe, because I've seen too many YouTube videos where you guys are told that something can't be done and somebody figures out a way to do it. So I basically did the same thing. I decided I was going to do this regardless, and that the way to make it work would be on me. So what I did, or what I came up with, is a drill. Take your drill and you drill all these out, okay? You're going to make nice little holes in them. You got them all over the place here. Once you drill them out, the piece will come apart like this. So then you got all your little holes here that have been drilled out all the way around there. She's got those holes. You get those all drilled out. Okay, now you have a separate piece. Now you can take that separate piece and you can reupholster it. Okay, so now you've got it reupholstered and you want to put the thing back together. This is where it got a little tricky. This is what I came up with. I went to Michael's and I found a bunch of plastic paintbrushes. I bought a whole pack of them, probably 50 of them in the package. I think they were $2. I took those paintbrushes, I brought them home, and I cut them into the little pegs that you're looking at here. After I got my pegs all cut, I took my little holes there and we went and put Gorilla Glue. Here's a hole right here. These two holes don't get used on this, but that's what the holes look like, just like this. Went ahead and we put the Gorilla Glue down inside of there, and then we took our little pegs here and we dunked them in water. Water will help activate the Gorilla Glue. So we took the Gorilla Glue, put it down in the holes, dunked the little stems into water, we stuck them in there, and we let them set. Once they got set up and good and hard, I decided to come back after doing that and took my my little iron, my soldering iron. What are you doing, Nala? Look at the cat, got to be in the shot too. She thinks she's something here. Come on, Nala, get out of the way. I'm trying to do something here. Okay, so we got the pegs back in there. We got them Gorilla Glued. Then I took my soldering iron and I went around and I plastic welded each and every one of these things. Got them in there real good. You can see I can pick the whole thing up just by the peg. And we got them all in there, you know, nice and tight and working real good. So once you get all the pegs back in there, excuse the footage, guys, trying to one-hand this thing. Once you get all the pegs back in there, the pegs are going to line back up with your holes. You see the little holes down there? We're going gonna take and put those right down inside of that like that. I'm just gonna set it here. I'm not gonna line them all up. But that'll give you an idea there once they go back together. Now, once you get these things all back together, I'm just gonna lay this down for a second here. And I'll show you down here where the pegs are coming through. You got the pegs are coming through right there. Once you get all of the pegs lined up and get everything back up and in there, and it's fitting in there right, you're gonna take these little pegs and you're gonna get you some washers like this. You're gonna put the washers right down over the top of your pegs. Once you get those washers down and over the top of your pegs, you can take your soldering iron and you put your soldering iron right on the tip of this and you melt it down, straight down flat. Basically, you're making a plastic washer over the top of your metal washer. Once that's all done, the thing will actually stay together. Once it's staying together, I'm going to stand this back up real quick here, just so it's sitting there instead of laying on the ground. So once you get it all put back together, you get your washers on there and you got everything fitting nice and tight, you can reinstall it. And it'll come out looking a little something like that. I took and painted up even the little things here that help to hold the door on. Now, the only thing on the door here that's not done is this thing here. This thing here is going to have to, the whole door panel is going to have to come back off so I can take this back off. I still want to do the carbon fiber on this. The only thing is I've tried the stickers, which I'll show you the sticker right here. There's one with the sticker kind of carbon fiber. I did not like this stuff. I guess maybe I'm not real good with it. I've seen other people do videos on YouTube and their stuff came out basically flawless, but for whatever reason mine didn't come out well at all in my opinion. So like I said, I'm not going to go with this particular kind of carbon fiber. We're going to go with what's called hydrographic. Basically, you use water and a sheet of film, and you dunk the stuff. You got to do some prepping, but you dunk it in the water with the film sitting on top of the water, and it wraps around this stuff. Any of you guys that are familiar with like bow hunting, if you've seen the camouflage patterns that they put on the bows, that's how they do it. It's hydrographically done. Give you a quick little show of the engine here. We've done a couple of little things, just touched up. We got the new filter on. We took this thing out, painted it up. Again, this thing was clean, guys, believe it or not, but it's back to being filthy again. We're in pollen season here in Virginia, and the pollen has just gotten on everything, so it's everywhere. I'll just take and there you go. That's how much pollen. And like I said, this thing was spotless, man. I had it all cleaned up looking really good, but the pollen just got in there and it's gotten all over the place. So for the inside of the car, I just showed you the door. I got some new seat covers on it for the time being until I get the real seats. We did change up the steering wheel cover, got it matching a little bit better. We got our new mirror on. Got the skulls in there. That all painted. Let's see. The other thing we got on is our visors finally. Did the mirrors red. Lights still work. We did switch up the center console here. You guys remember this from the previous video or videos. This was actually done up in red and the underneath was done up in black. We have since switched. We've got red underneath and black up top. And the reason that we went with the black up top is because the red one that we did, for some reason, it stayed sticky. You can kind of see all of the crap. This is basically from, it's an armrest. And so every time we put our arm down on this thing, the fuzzies off of our shirts were sticking to it. And I couldn't figure out what the problem was with it. I honestly did not know what the problem was. I actually took the thing out, sanded it all down, and repainted the thing, and I got the same result. It's still sticky. So I just decided to switch it up and go with the black. And in case you're wondering, I did use the special paint on that. It's a vinyl paint. It's the same paint that I used on the dash, same paint that I used on the visors. It just was sticky. And again, I don't know why it stayed sticky, because it was given more than enough time to dry. So I've been given suggestions. Maybe it was a bad can of paint. Nobody knows how long a can of paint sits on a shelf. I don't think they put dates on them. We looked for a date. We found numbers on the can, but none that really associated with a date. So I don't know why it did it, what happened. I just know that it did, and it did not come out right, and it was just easy for me to switch it up and go with the black. So that's what we did. Outside of the car, we've done the door handle on this side. I still have that back door handle to do, but the door panels are now coming off, so that'll get done here soon. I wish I had more of an update for you guys. The problem has been the weather. If it's not raining, it's cold, and if it's not cold, it's raining. So I haven't had a lot of a chance to really do much of anything. We got the other panel off. That's the one that I showed you that is just got to be put back together, and then I can reinstall that. Obviously, I still got to redo the door handle thing there. For the back one, we do have the door handle done. That's hanging right here. So that's all finished, ready to go back in. A little cover for it, that's right here. That's all finished and ready to go back in as well. So we got that done. So those will go back in there here once I get that back door panel done. And the only other thing I was going to show you guys, I did have a little problem with the car this winter. I didn't have a problem. I had some idiot here in Virginia that couldn't drive, and he rear-ended me. And when he did, he busted my bumper up pretty good. I got some bad little cracks and stuff in it, and it broke in a bad spot. It's broken right underneath of the tailpipe here on both sides. That's where it decided to rip, and I'm gonna have to fix that. So I've got a little bit of body work ahead of me that I didn't plan on doing. Oh, and in case you're wondering, the guy left the scene of the accident too. He was I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah, he pulled over, acted like he was gonna stop, and then while I was digging through my glove box looking for my insurance card and the driver's license and all that stuff, the guy just pulled off and took off on me, and there really wasn't a lot I could do. I couldn't give chase. My car was kind of messed up at the time. This right here actually looks pretty good. That whole piece that's down under there, the whole thing was folded down out and was laying down in here. I mean, it literally folded this thing out and under, and it messed it up pretty good. I managed to get it back into place. I mean, it still is going to need a lot of work here. It's not as bad as it could have been though. So we did paint this up. Not sure if we're going to stay with this. We did it in a different red, and I'm not sure that I like it. had a couple of compliments on it, a couple people that have said that I should stay with the other red. This is more of the candy apple red that I kind of originally wanted to do the car in. The only thing is this candy apple only works on chrome stuff. If I paint this paint on the bumper, it doesn't come out looking like this. So there's a good chance this will get changed back over and end up getting done up in the red that the rest of the car is done up in. Still going to take the Mitsubishi sign off and the ES sign off. Probably keep the Mitsubishi symbol. That'll get painted too. So that's about everything I got for you guys now. Still got a lot to do in the back here. Did get the back little thing done for the light. That's all been painted. We're going to take this thing out here and probably do this up. This will get done in red also. I think I have enough of the red that we did up here and on the doors. So I think I'll have just enough left that I can go ahead and do that whole piece back there in red and have it looking pretty sharp. So anyway, there's your update. I hope you guys like it. Sorry it's not as far along as I had planned on being, but like I said, the weather hasn't cooperated with me a whole lot, so that's all I really got for you right now. I'm going to keep working on it though. Little by little we get a little bit more. So there's your update. Hope you guys are liking everything. Feel free to leave your questions and comments. We'd love hearing from you guys. And as always, thanks for watching.